Buddha was dying. When you come close to yourself, you come closer to me because in the innermost being, the center is one. If you have accepted me as your master, then you have to understand what I am saying. If you have accepted me as your master, then the only way for you is to know yourself. Forget about me. Move within words. One day, when you will be standing in your own total glory, in the magnificence of your inner being, in the inner light, there you will find me not as a separate being, not as an object, but as the very innermost core of your own self. It is reportedly, it is reported, Buddha was dying and Ananda started weeping and crying. His oldest disciple and the most clinging one. For 40 years he had been with Buddha and he had not attained. He had not realized himself yet. He loved Buddha too much. If you love too much, remember always anything that is too much becomes part of the mind. Only balance is transcending mind. Anything that is too much becomes part of the mind. He loved Buddha too much. The love was not a freedom, it had become a bondage. Anything of the too much is bondage. And now that Buddha is dying, his whole life is ruined. Ananda cries and weeps like a small child whose mother is dying. And Buddha stops his hymn and says, "What Ananda are you doing?" He looks at Buddha with tear filled eyes and says, "Now, where will I see you? Where will I seek you?" And Buddha laughed and he said, "That has been my whole teaching. For 40 years, that is what I have been telling you, that whenever you want to see me, look within. Apadipo bhava, be a light unto yourself. There is inside you, you will find me. If you cling to the outside, it may be a Buddha, a Jesus, but you cling to the Word because the outside is the Word, your own innermost interior is the transcendental. Move within words and you come closer to me. Come closer to me and you go far from yourself. Try to understand this paradox. If you try to come closer to me, you will go further from yourself. And how can you come close to me if you are going further from yourself? Come closer to yourself and come closer to me. Because how is it otherwise possible? When you come closer to yourself, you come closer to me because in the innermost being, the center is one. On the periphery, we differ. On the periphery, I am an individual. You are an individual. The move within words brings these peripheral points closer and closer and closer. And when you exactly reach to the center of your being, there is no duality. The two have disappeared. The two-ness has disappeared.